Hey guys, welcome to Trendy Trading. My name is Jonathan. Let's go ahead and start with our recap for today. So before we get started, I want to read you the notes that I sent out, not only to my members, but I do believe I sent this out on Twitter as well, just to kind of help you guys out, to at least give you my opinion on what I saw in the market. And I call this the trendy updates. They're pretty easy, pretty straight to the point. I give you some levels. I tell you what I'm going to do for the day, what my plan is, and so forth. So today, the overall market is flat, low volume, and stuck in the second day of what I call a digest or chop day. Period. That's it, aka chop. All right. The periods typically last 1 to 3 days, but with another holiday weekend, I do expect things to be pretty quiet. All right. So lower highs and higher lows since reaching the trim zone that I showed you guys there on the ES futures. Let me go ahead and show you as we sit here and talk. All right. And that's going to be right here. All right. And we're going to put this on a 4-hour, just like that. Now, I did provide this chart some time ago, last week, I believe, and you can see it's worked out very nicely right into the trim zone. So what are we doing? We're just kind of flagging there. We're just kind of hanging out. And basically, while we're in there, you want to take a little bit of caution. The skew is high, P call, fear and greed. You know, people are being maybe a little bit greedy. Matter of fact, while we're sitting here, let's go ahead and check the fear and greed just really quick. Give me 1 second so I can give you guys that level. All right, so right now they're saying that we're at a 60. So from a 0 to 100, we're at 60, which really is pretty neutral. It's just saying that greed, all right, we're not at extreme greed. If we're at extreme greed, then I would say be a little bit more cautious, but we could be a little bit more greedier. All right, is what the market's trying to say. All right, so ES futures is in this little red box here, and I'm saying lower highs and higher lows. Again, chop, or that equals a sideways trend. Currently, price remains in an extreme bullish zone. Now, I teach about that here at Trendy. You're more than welcome to come in here, check us out on trial, whatever, learn about that stuff. But basically, I am not looking to go short as long as we are in that bullish zone, okay? This is also confluent with the 4-hour 9 EMA, so that level that I found today was confluent with the top of this cloud. And as long as price was staying above there, I wasn't shorting, okay? Pretty straightforward. Bears getting less than or equal to 4770 will be the start of a potential pull to the levels mentioned above. Okay, so bulls take caution below 4770 and expect buyers to show up around 4763. Now we didn't quite come in very far. We got down into 4770. Matter of fact, just right here during the day. So our levels are really good. We didn't actually go below that. And then we started to bid right back up. I do believe if we take that out, again, we'll be looking for those lower levels down there that I'm talking about. There is imbalance right in here at this target that I have listed here at 4722. Right here, you can see the move out was very strong. And a lot of times when price moves that quickly, we need to come back and refill those orders. But that's only if we start to lose those levels that I talked about. Let's go ahead and move on. So my focus plan for today was 0 DTE, days till expiration. Typically what that's going to be is going to be the SPY, the SPX, and QQQ. Okay, if it's expiring on that day. And then one of my top picks today, that top pick was Tesla. We did trade that for about $4 or $5, just a quick scalp, and then I was over it. So we did well. It was fine. We did well on SPY. We did well on SPX. I made, like I said, those options went from $1.20 up to $4. And then we did a butterfly that gave us 180%. And then my very last trade gave 40%, but I left it on and then it went to 0. But that was, again, after rolling 3 times, smaller trade just for funds. And it did not happen. And that's okay. All right. And then on the Qs, I did not trade that today because, again, my focus was kind of taken by with a few other names that we traded. Now, let's get to it really quick. So I'm going to show you guys this really quickly. I do not want to go into great detail. If you have questions, please contact your broker. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a broker, so I'm not here to tell you what to buy or sell. What I do is use my levels to take trades. My levels work really well, and I teach other people how to be consistent traders, okay? All right, so really quick. Now, the options have expired for today. Again, 0 DTE. So I'm going to show you on 31 December, so Friday. And I'm going to show you what I did this morning and the reason why I did it. And that's what you came here for. SPX, right? I knew that today was going to be choppy. You heard my note. I sent this out, I think, probably like an hour, hour and a half before the market opened. This was my expectations for today using this beautiful blueprint over here. And, for me, this means that whatever I do, whatever I take, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be in front of the screens because I only want to spend about 60 to 90 minutes looking at the screens. All right. Sometimes it's going to be longer if I have nothing to do or if I'm just very interested in the market or if the market's trending. But on chop days, it's like watching paint dry. So because I knew that, I wanted to get myself into a position without paying the premium. Guys, when the market is choppy, I want to show you something. When the market is choppy, and let's say that, the market's looking pretty good, it's been pretty bullish, and you buy here, what you're doing is you're paying for that premium. And this morning, just really quickly, what was happening was if I bought the 4800, they were going for $3.70 by like 390. Okay. So instead of just buying the 4800, what I did was I bought, I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, bought the 4800. All right. And then I sold, let's put this in red, actually. I sold the 4805. And what happens is I pay the difference between the two. So instead of paying $3.70 by 390, I only actually paid $1.45. So that was my risk, okay? That's what I could have lost. Now, it happened just the way I wanted it to. Now, again, you might be asking yourself a question, well, why buy it now, John, and not wait until later in the day? Again, as a reminder, I wasn't too sure that I was going to be in front of the screens. So I went ahead and basically scaled myself into a position and waited patiently without getting shook out. Now, the thing is that these lost a lot of value. Okay. So this got down to about $1.10, $1.20 area. And what happened is I bought back the 4805. Okay. So when you buy something back, it takes it out of your account. Okay. So I buy it back and now I'm only left with the 4800. Okay. So again, instead of paying 370 or 390, my $1.45s, okay, this got all the way down. I want to say that this probably lost like 70% at one point. All right. But no matter what, this thing over here that was $3.70 was now trading at $1.20. Now think about this. The most that I could lose in this trade was $1.45. Okay, but for me, I was only down probably 70. Well, no, actually, I take that back. I was almost down $1. Okay, so these were only worth about 45. But anyone who bought this straight up and who could not trade spreads or don't know how, their 370 by 390 was all the way down to $1.20, guys. So that's a big loss, right? So during that entire time, I was only down $1. And so I bought the 4805 back. It kept me in the 4800s at $1.20. And those went up to just over $4. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you on the screen what that looks like just so that you can understand. All right. So again, this is your screen. All right. And I'm going to put some colors on here. I bought the 4800 and I sold the 4805 once things dropped and the premium was sucked out like a mosquito on your skin. I bought back the 4805. That was gone, and I was only holding the 4800s for $1.20. That makes me just naked directional on this 4800. Those went up again all the way up to 4 plus. Okay. And then after that, I bought a butterfly. And on that butterfly, we made 180%. That was a pretty cool trade. pretty straightforward. I love these. If you want to learn more about them, please come check us out. We do a lot of education, and I love to teach. That's what it's all about. Another thing, my trades, my entries, my stops, my trims, they're all there in milliseconds. It's straight from my brokerage account to the room so that I can show you proof of concept. So, that's what I love about trading is I can be transparent and show you all of that, and then you're able to kind of put that into, you could really say, hey, this guy's for real. He's really doing this, unlike a lot of services out there who are just kind of showing you entries and they got this computerized stuff that looks pretty, but they're not actually taking the trades. So the difference is here, I want to show you really quick with my positions. This is called a complex bot. It's not necessarily complex, but basically it's saying these are for spreads and stuff. So like right here, all right, we break it all the way down into times by even to the second, so that if you want to, you can find it on our on the system itself. You can actually see where I'm buying and selling, but it tells you, how much I paid for it, what kind of trade it is, what the symbol is. I don't know why this always says SPXX. It's just SPX. And then, when I sell it, do I make some money? In this case, I did. I made 180%. We sold these at 70 cents. We bought them at 25 cents. And you can just keep going up and you can see, look, 15%. This is not today, but you can see here, everything's logged. Everything's right here. Very easy to understand. A lot of winners in here. I love spreads. They're fun. It's not the only thing I do. And then over here on the swing side, so this is going to be, you can see here, we got into Tesla today. Where we bought Tesla, what was the price, when we started trimming, we got into SPY right away, we started trimming. Very straightforward. I can't express to you how important it is to learn from someone that's actually being transparent, right? All right, let's get to the charts. All right, this is very important. So SPX, I'm going to make this simple without getting too deep into my charts. They're pretty straightforward. It's very nice and clean. It's pretty, I know. If I want to put the trendy edges on there, I could simply come over here and put those on. They're going to pop up on the screen. I do use those for supply and demand, support and resistance, and so forth. Those are also used for my targets. But just to clean this up for you and to help you understand, on 0 DTE days, again, my focus is going to be SPY, SPX, the Qs, and then one name like today was Tesla, but I'm looking for a higher beta name, something that might move, that looks like it could be a great trade. All right, so very focused on those Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. One thing that I'm using is smaller time frames. I'm going to give you an example here of a 3-minute. Again, it was choppy today, so we're looking at making money pretty quickly. It wasn't much of a trending day, but you can see here towards the end of the day when we started to make money, we started to get trendy buy signals. That's these green arrows. We stuck to those and we did very well towards the end of the day. So, without going into too much detail, I put a lot of time, a lot of energy into my scripts that we developed years ago. They work very, very well. And you can see that, and it makes it a little bit easier for me at the end of the day. It gives me buy and sell signals, and really all I have to do is sit back and wait for them to pop up, and then I'm taking those buy and sell signals. Let me go ahead and finish the day really quickly and kind of let you know what I expect into tomorrow. So tomorrow is Thursday, okay? Tomorrow is Thursday, and what I'm looking at here is we are in this red box, okay? And this is exactly where my target was last week. You can see we made it there. Now what do? Well, we're a little bit underneath this green cloud here, and this, like I said, was confluent to my bullish channel. So for right now, it's kind of like a over under, but it's still choppy. Like, I'm not going to mess with it. Matter of fact, you can see this orange line right here. I have an alert to let me know, hey, if we start breaking down below that red box, then potentially what I want to do is go short into this imbalance down here towards 47.44, 47.33, and 47.22, all of those being downside targets. If we just kind of open up here into tomorrow, it's very important for you to understand we're still sideways. All right, you need to identify that we are making lower highs. So even if we pop up, I want you to identify that. And if it looks something like this, guess what? Are we making higher lows? Does this come down and make a new pivot low? If it does, I think our probabilities of going down here are a lot higher. And unfortunately, if this low kind of holds in here, right around here, and we start making higher lows, then it's just going to get really tight. And obviously, people are going to get super bullish and see if we can get that breakout into that 4,800 level into Friday. Let's go over here to the Friday open interest and volume. Matter of fact, let's just look at volume right now. Let's change this up and go to open interest. All right, there we go. So to me, right, when looking at this, the first thing that stands out to me is that we have 17,000 on the open interest here at 4,800. And my biggest number over here that makes sense, is right here at 4775. So, my levels that I gave you on Twitter this morning, it's funny because I'm using totally different stuff, but we are like locked, man. We are absolutely locked between here, all right, and here. And that is ugly. All right, that's super ugly. If you like to do iron condors or sell credit spreads, I went into that on my broad market analysis that I also sent out to everybody over the weekend to get you prepared for this week. And I really hope that it helped you. If you haven't watched it, it's not too late to watch. Go back and watch it. If you have questions, please let me know. Don't forget to like these videos. If you want me to continue doing these and helping, then I need to see that you're appreciating by at least liking them, reaching out, asking questions, and so forth. And I would love to continue teaching you what I know and helping you and getting you ready for 2022. Don't forget to come to the website at trendytrading.co. And again, I'm on Twitter at TrendyJon, TR3NDYJON. I'm also there and willing to help out anytime that I may have. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I hope you had a good day trading. And if you haven't started trading this year and you're just resting, that's okay too. Have a happy new year. I can't wait to trade with you. Have a good day.